How to pass the DepEd English Proficiency Test, EPT. For Teacher 1 applicants. With this concern, Teacher PH collected different suggestions from the academic giants of our field around the country. Most of them suggested that the following considerations listed below enable for an applicant to pass the test. Here are they. 1. Read more English materials. You don't necessarily have to surround yourself with novels, academic books, and other materials with heavy texts, although that is ideal. What I mean here is, you must get yourself used to read a lot. Whether it be comics, magazines, or other light content reading materials, it will still be beneficial to you as it improves your brain connectivity and function. Bergland, 2014. Besides, the more you got used and exposed to the English language, the more you familiarize yourself with its littlest concepts. And to add, according to J.R. Thorpe, 2015, reading helps reduce stress more than music. It is so because you are more relaxed when you do it, and you enter the phase of escapism. Do you think you should be less stressed on the day of the test? I guarantee, yes. 2. Practice with a reading comprehension test. So, you have finally found another way to reduce stress. Now, it is time to consider comprehension practice. You must be aware of how well you understand the text in English. The 2020 DepEd English Proficiency Test, EPT, will mostly contain reading comprehension tests. Believe me, I've been through it, and it ate most of my time. I almost didn't finish it, but thank God, the examiner gave us extra minutes to answer the items we missed. You must now begin taking online reading comprehension test and get yourself used to a time-pressured exam like this. Remember that there is a lot of reading text in the test, but they only ask 2 to 3 questions related to it. Make sure you read carefully and thoroughly so you don't have to go over the text again to understand what it is saying. Practice makes perfect. 3. Review the subject-verb agreement. Okay. I know there was a time when you despised your English teacher for teaching this lesson repeatedly during high school, but it's about time you try and review this again. We commonly make mistakes, particularly on subject-verb agreement, so many items in the exam are designed to test your skills in determining the proper verbs for each sentence/statement presented in the text. Good luck! 4. Prepositions. Do you know when to use on, in, and at? You can call me __ February. Do we put in or on and / on the blank? Which is the correct one? Another thing that leaves us confused. The use of preposition. Though there are only a few items that test your ability on the use of proper preposition, you must not neglect to study it. They can be very confusing, and it will take you time to decide which one is the correct answer. Don't be deceived. 5. Online grammar test. It is free. There is a lot of online grammar tests which you can practice on, though most sites won't provide you the explanations as to why the answer was like this or like that. If you take grammar tests online, it helps you improve your accuracy in the English language. It will also help you understand concepts that were very hard to understand before. 6. Listen to the instructions very well. Don't miss what the instructor will say before you take the test. It is always important to take note of what he says for you to remember the most important things you must do and accomplish during the test. Writing the correct code of our school or division is important too. 7. Ask questions to the examiner. Don't ever let your pencil touch your paper and begin answering without asking questions about instructions that confuse you. Make sure that you know that what you are doing is right before proceeding. You only have one exam paper, and you cannot afford to have another one once you begin writing on it. It is better to ask more questions and annoy the examiner than to pretend you know well what to do and fail the exam. 8. Come on time. You can't afford to be late. Once the time starts, most examiners do not allow latecomers to have a sit and take the test. You are lucky then if the examiner will enable you to get in and take the test, but you can't guarantee that you will be given extra time to finish the test once the time is up. Examiners must follow the rules, and they need to stop administering the test at a particular time. So, to avoid hassles, come on time. 9. Your instinct is your friend. Never leave an item blank. Trust your instinct. If you think that one of the choices sounds right, then choose it as your answer even if you are not sure. Sometimes, in an English language test, the good-sounding choices are the ones that are correct. Go for it. Follow what your heart desires. 10. Double-check your paper. Double-check your paper. Make sure you do not miss any of the items. I also recommend you check once more the area in which you must provide your personal information. Now, you are ready to take the DepEd English Proficiency Test, EPT. Try to put the considerations mentioned above into practice, and you'll surely have fruitful results. Are these considerations too much for you? It might be, but remember that this test is necessary because as a public servant and educator, you must instill in the students the importance of using English as one of our official languages. We need to prove that we are competent in using it, for we use it in so many ways, and we must set as an example to the younger ones. So do not feel bad having to take this. It is necessary, and it is a must for us teachers to educate ourselves using other languages to master our competency in our field. What to bring? Examinees are requested to bring the following: pencils, Mongol lead number 2, clean sheet of paper and sharpener, identification card, preferably PRC license, own snacks/meals.